After yesterday's quick treasure hunting video, I went out again today for a little while in the afternoon between my morning work session and going in for the evening workabout, and found some real nice sheathing copper. Not old, it's not old, but beautiful color, so I should be able to do some fun artwork with that, cutting it into pieces and then using vinegar and then finally ammonia fumes to patina it. Then I got these older items, and I never used to collect these, but I do now. These are steel, and some of you folks know already what they are. For you kiddies, these are the covers, the stove covers, and sometimes I find these parts that go in here to lift these things up from a wood burning stove, that is. Probably, again, turn of the 20th century. Here's a little something I find a lot of, and that's his clock innards. They're all brass, and I like to take the gears out and use them separately for things. Here's a nice otter find, which is a drain for a boat. Nice solid brass, big and thick, mid 1900s, but I like nautical stuff. Here's a big piece of brass. This is heavy, and this has to do with probably something marine oriented, or I found these that have to do with let this quad go by. These people never stop quadding around here. No matter how deep I get in the woods, there's a quad. These are sometimes for industrial sprinkler systems. I think this one had to do with boats, though. Here's an old brass lube container. And here's interesting. This is brass molding. These just go all along the side of older boats. I sometimes find these 4 and 5 feet long and more. Oh, this I wanted to show you. These here are all designed. I found them all in the same spots, and these are livery antiques. These have to do with horses, because I found these made of sterling silver before. These are just brass, but they go in the harnesses and saddle pieces. Still fun thinking back in the old days. And here's a few pieces of the clock works. Here's a nice pin that might clean up. It's got a design on it, and it's brass, but you can see where it was worn, lovingly worn. Here's a nice brass. I just call them skid plates. They go inside drawers and such. Here's some old solder. Look at the way they used to solder things. Big, thick pieces they used to put in there. And here comes some more quads. I don't know what these people, where they're coming from, but damn. And this is kind of interesting. I think some of you might recognize what this is. This is from a cast net. It's a weight. Back in the mid 1900s. And one of my core finds of the day is this. Geez, I'll bet you it's over 3 feet long. Weighs a ton. Has threaded end, so it's screwed into something. It's maritime. And then and you'll see here where I scratched it, it's definitely solid brass, so that's kind of a cool find, just brass wise. But you imagine when this is all cleaned up and polished, place it somewhere cool. I'm not sure where, but that's going to clean up real nice. And finally, here's I found cash today. Check it out. This is a brass part of, yeah, your guess, like mine, would be a cash register. But really, think about it, cash registers don't say cash. So this could be, I don't know, from a bank. I just, you know, it's well made, it's well designed, it's going to clean up wonderfully. But it's rare that you find cash. So there's kind of a typical couple hours hunting, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But keeps me entertained. Of course, I'm easily amused.